Are we good?
Yeah,
Hi.
we're good.
Welcome to episode 99 of Creepy Soup. Take one. I'm just gonna call it that because I got a feeling. I got a feeling.
Yeah, I got that feeling.
My extenders are covered up by other things, and I have no way to move it right now. So fingers crossed, let us pray. How are you?
PG.
Same. Um, let's see. Anything exciting over the last week? How's your testing?
Sorry, I'm trying to see if we're still like I don't know if it's doing it for you, but it is for me. But like every now and again, it'll like do the robot voice. So it's like, is it gonna fully cut out? Is it gonna go better? Um,
Yeah, I got a feeling. Huh.
yeah. So I had my language arts test on Tuesday, and then I had science and social studies on Wednesday. My biggest fear Monday night was that when I got there Tuesday, I was going to start the test and the computer was going to go blow up on me.
Oh, Jesus.
That something was going to happen that was going to keep me from being able to finish the test, and I was going to get an automatic fail or what have you. Yeah,
I
that
mean,
didn't happen.
that's valid. That's valid.
I mean, considering how the learning process has gone.
That's why it's a valid fear. 100%.
Yep, yep. Because like y'all don't understand the struggle that I have had with trying to just to get the information to learn said information.
Yeah,
I've given up on using my computer at this point. Fuck their websites,
fair
fuck
enough.
their links. And now I have moved on to the giant GED book. Like you could knock a bitch out with this.
Oh yeah. I haven't, I've held one, but yeah, it's a big book.
It is. It is. So yeah, that's what I'm currently working on. I hate long division. Um, I'm sorry, I think I forgot to actually say I passed my test.
Yeah, you didn't. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, how
So,
soon after you pass it do you know? Is it like the same day, right after?
I knew right away.
Mm,
Like or they tell you, it could take a couple of hours, it could take a couple of days, just kind of depends. Um, I knew by the time I reached the car,
Oh, okay, good, good,
like it was that quick.
good.
So that was awesome. I didn't do as well on the language arts as I had hoped I would. However, that was the first test, and that was the one that I was convinced my computer was going to blow up on.
All right.
So, and for the next day, less stress, did a whole lot better. My science score was pretty up there. So I was happy about that. And then my next test will be the 21st. And that will be my final test. So, and that's math.
Fair, fair.
Fuck math.
Um, we were supposed to record yesterday, but I had a horrible headache from a lack of sleep. Once I woke up, I felt better. I had bought a table a while back. I think we've talked about it. Um, and I repainted it. Well, I sanded it on Saturday, and then we got a sprinkle, but just enough to screw up what I was doing. So I painted it yesterday, and I had that thing like, ooh, do we keep this table and sell the one that we currently have, the one I redid last year? And Roy's like, he was contemplating and he was like, no, I really do like the one you did last year. Because they're both really nice. I did instead of the whitewash, the color I had was like a gray. So I called it a gray wash. and I did that. The color is perfect together. So I have it up for sale if anyone's interested.
No, I saw it. It's very nice. And the base is the solid, what color did you say it was?
Outer space, which is like the gray color, and then the surface of the table is the color is Seafarer, which is like a bluish green, beautiful, beautiful color with the gray wash over it. It's so pretty.
Hmm. It's not super dark, but at the same time, like it's not, a full pastel. So
Yep.
it's a great combination. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
thank you. I like it. And I know we've talked about this before. I find like the whole process, the sanding and the painting and all of it, to me, it's just like it's kind of like therapy.
Makeup,
Yeah. It's
just
kind
sit
of like
and shadow your face for a couple hours. Yeah.
yeah, it's really kind of like therapy to me. As far as things coming up, I have a concert Saturday that I'm still trying to get excited for. I'm still trying to get excited for. I don't know why I keep getting Skype messages, but it's really weird to me because I never have before.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm getting like Skype. I don't know.
They must have
Um,
done something and changed their algorithm or whatever.
they must have because I haven't done nothing with Skype since talking to Jason. So, and that's been a while now.
Hmm.
So we have decided I don't think we've settled on a time yet.
Mm-mm.
But we are going to do our live on Sunday, destination to be determined. Um, but we will be sending out links, a link, whatever, to wherever we do this. We're gonna do some testing throughout the week to figure out the best way to do this.
So it would be the 12th that we would be doing the live.
Oh shit, that's Mother's Day.
That's what I was just about to say. Okay, new day.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Um, I mean, if possible, we could do it Saturday.
TBD.
We'll figure it out and update on the Creepy Soup page. Um, but we have a live coming up at some point.
Yeah. Right. Welcome to our brains.
Yeah. I've only had a couple sips of coffee, so I was not awake because before we started recording, I'm like, do we want to do it Saturday or Sunday? And Jenny's like, Sunday. And I'm like, works for me. And then when you said the date, it dawned on me, duh, that's Mother's Day.
At least you know that the date was Mother's Day because I didn't know it until I looked down in the little square and saw Mother's Day on the bottom.
Yeah. All right, we'll scrap that. Um, but we will definitely, once we get everything figured out, the destination, everything, we will be posting to get this out there. Um, so yeah, that's what I've got.
All I've got.
So do you want to jump into the story?
Yeah, we got.
All right,
We got
because
time.
um I know when we started this, it was meant to be like witchy, paranormal, and it was supposed to be like a little sprinkling of true crime. But I've noticed we've went more the true crime, and it's been a while since we've had a ghost story. It's been a few episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are. My information came from hauntedus.com, and this is a little place here in Michigan um called the I started just writing the initial because it was a lot to write. But it's the National House Inn in Marshall, Michigan.
That is a
And I
mouthful.
do have some. Yeah. So I just started writing NHI. In some places they just call it National House. That's fine. Um, and I actually had it down to narrow down to 2 locations, and this is the one I choose. So I think I'm going to use the other one at a later date.
Nice.
Um, so, um, it is located on, okay, apparently in this area, there's like a lot of historical homes that kind of do like compete over the most historical or biggest, whatever, but apparently
Grandest.
beautiful homes.
They
Um,
are.
and they're all located on Main Street. This one, however, is located on Marshall Roundabout. I fucking hate roundabouts. I hate roundabouts. I hate them. I absolutely hate them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, it has traditional brick exterior with white porches, and like I'm looking at a picture of it right now, and it is very, it's not a great, it's just like the front door,
Okay.
but I just want to sip on it with, or sit on it and sip some tea or coffee. That'd be a beautiful coffee spot. So, um, it definitely stands out among the other homes on, sorry, on Main Street. This slipped on me and it scared the shit out of me. Um, so it stands out among the other homes, and I don't know how close Marshall Roundabout is to Main Street. Um, so before Michigan was even a state, this building served many travelers. So a little history is in 19, nope, in 1835, when Marshall was a new small community. Um, it had the best like direct route between Detroit and Chicago, which I'm guessing
Okay.
was a highly traveled route
Mm-hmm.
um for the area. Um, hang on, I lost. Uh, Colonel Andrew Mann built the a brick stagecoach inn, which he named after himself. He named it the Mann Hotel. Um, and because of the proximity of the railroad, it kind of became like a very popular destination for people traveling. I know it's not layovers, that's planes. I don't travel by anything but cars, so I don't know what it's called. Um, so by 1878, so this is significantly later, travel changed because now trains had sleeping cars and dinner cars. So there really wasn't the use for the lodging that there was in the beginning. Um, so then by the 1890s, the hotel was converted into a wagon slash windmill factory. Um, and then in 1902, a local veterinarian turned the building into apartments. They remained apartments for close to 75 years. This takes us into the mid 70s. The building had kind of fallen into disrepair, and the future was a little, what are we going to do with it? But in 1976, a group of investors wanted to restore the inn as like a bicentennial gift to the town. Um, and by Thanksgiving, this was successfully achieved. I was trying to put those two words together, and that wouldn't have been good. Um, and at this point, it was renamed the National House Inn. Stop laughing at me. Um, and it immediately opened to travelers and became pretty popular. I'm sorry if you guys keep hearing like the notifications as they pop up because they're starting to piss me off. Um,
No, I'm not hearing them. Like, as far as I know, it's not doing anything.
okay. Well, yeah, maybe because it's coming through the headset, so maybe you wouldn't. Um, so it immediately opened for travelers and as I believe a bed and breakfast. Um, and in 1978, in recognition of the restoration, it was placed on the National Register of Historic Places.
Mm,
Um, and the success of this bed and breakfast has continued for the rest of the century and beyond. As of 2023, it has been recognized as the oldest brick building in Calhoun County and the oldest operating hotel in the state of Michigan,
oh,
which
wow.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So some people stay at the inn for its historic value and rustic charm. Other people stay for the rumored hauntings. Um, and I have a little bit of notes, but the rest I'm gonna have to continue from the page. Um, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So first up we have the Red Lady of Marshall. She is the most well known of this area. She's not reported in like any one specific room or any one location of the inn.
She just kind of threw out.
In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I read that she kind of travels throughout the community.
Oh, okay. So not even just the hotel itself. She goes outside the hotel.
Yes, I
That's
believe so.
awesome.
Um, but her identity remains a mystery. They don't know who she is or how she got there. Um,
Oh,
but so again, she isn't reported in just one specific area. It seems she likes to wander kind of like maybe in the same her same routine she had in life.
in a loop.
Um, so some of the theories about her are she was a resident in one of the apartments when it was an apartment building.
Hmm.
And another theory is that she is someone who died in a train accident when the inn was the rail lodge.
Mm,
Um,
okay.
Either way, her identity is um unknown. Um, but that'd be so cool to go and stay there.
Right. I'm kind of surprised though, like that psychics and stuff haven't picked up on who it is and you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like be able to trace that.
I'm gonna say she maybe doesn't want her identity known. And that's because and the little girl that's here in my house
Hmm.
um does not want to give her name.
Yeah.
I have kind of come up with what I think it could be, but I have asked a couple different people if I'm right, and she will not tell them. She is a little shit. But she's here. So um there is one room of the National House in particular that people claim to be haunted by a male spirit. And the room, as it's called today, is the Charles Dickey room. Um, and apparently, this ghost does not like to share spaces.
Oh,
Um, the ghost in the room will supposedly knock pictures off the wall when guests he doesn't like occupy the room. Um, Guests in the room also report very strange and vivid nightmares. Um, and they have been like pinpointed to that room and the ghost of the room. Also in this room, people will smell like old cigar smoke. That is a fairly common scent that people get when the specters reported grouchiness. Despite the specters reported grouchiness, many guests in the Dickies room have reported calm, undisturbed stays. So my guess is he liked them people, and he
Yeah.
just does that shit to people that maybe are just dickheads, or maybe disrespectful to the room.
Yeah.
Other people figured that the ghost is just misunderstood and maybe just a little standoffish. Next up, this one is titled Haunting Hospitality at National House. Um, the main focus is the preservation of the historic inn and the operation of the bed and breakfast. But ghost stories swirling around the old lodge have become kind of one
Hmm.
with the historic charm of the place. To some, the ghostly folklore, yeah, their folklore, folklore is an extension of its mystique because it's the state's oldest hotel. I know. Stop it. So while you can't book a formal ghost hunt at the inn, you can book yourself a stay. This was a really quick one. I was gonna try to do both, but I didn't
Hmm.
quite get that far. Um, so this is pretty much what I've got. So you can't book a ghost hunt, but you can book a stay. Um, and just if you're going there, be respectful to the historic aesthetic. Um, and there is it was in like the list in the beginning, because the list in the beginning says a lady in red is often reported around the inn, and these are direct quotes from the page. One ghost at the inn reportedly closes the door of whatever guest room they're in, the spirit. A man's spirit is said to haunt one of the rooms, which we talked. Claims of phantom cigar smells are common, which guests the strange vivid nightmares and the pictures falling off the wall. Um, but it didn't talk about the closing doors.
Mm-mm.
Um, so yeah, that is the National House in Marshall, Michigan. I was not expecting this to be this short. I thought there was more to it. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it doesn't seem like it
Um,
quite hit all the points that it was trying to.
no. Well, and of course I'm not word for word. I'm just
Right.
but like it didn't say anything about the slamming of the doors. Um,
Yeah, that would be interesting to know whether or not they believe that that's coming from the one man, or if it's coming from another, if it happens frequently with that room, or if it happens, more frequently with other rooms. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
it just says whatever room he's staying in. Now I'm looking at this room in particular, and it looks very narrow, and I don't know if I could, and the looks like little twin beds right next to each other. I just don't
Ooh,
know. That is very claustrophobic to me.
that is.
um, but hey, I mean,
Guess too,
I
you
would
can't get out of
give
bed
that.
at the same time.
That's pretty. Um, I'm trying to see what um it is closed on Sunday after 11 a.m. checkout. So don't go on a Sunday. It is open Monday through Saturday. So give you that. Um, but I'm trying to see what it costs to stay there.
Do they only clean once a week?
Um, my guess is maybe that's like their deep clean days, or maybe
Yeah.
their least. I mean, I'm sure it's a tourist type attraction. Um,
Or
okay,
maybe they only have a
there's
couple of people working there and like that's that person's day off.
that it could be. So the Ketchum Suite, um, little had a Victorian bed chamber on the first floor with adjoining sitting rooms. Master bedrooms has a queen bed, full bath, and overlooks the garden. A sitting room has an additional half bath and overlooks Brooks Memorial Fountain, and that is 210 a night. It's beautiful. The H.C. Brooks room is a country style bedroom on the second floor. It overlooks the garden. Queen bed, electric fireplace, full bath with a clawfoot tub, and a separate shower. That's 205 a night. The Charles T. Gorham room, and the write-ups, the descriptions get smaller and smaller. Victorian bed chamber on the first floor, one queen bed overlooks the memorial fountain, 200 a night. The Charles Dickey room, which we talked about, country style room on the second floor with queen bed and fireplace, 170 a night. The Isaac Crary room, Victorian bed chamber, second floor, overlooking the fountain with the pencil post queen bed, 170. The James Gordon room, pretty much the same thing, 170. The OC Comstock room, it overlooks the garden with the canopy bed, 165 a night. Ooh, I think that
So
is,
basically, you're paying more to have a private bathroom.
I think so, yes. But not yeah. Country style bedroom on the second floor with twin beds. That's the one I just showed the picture of. Very 150. Sam Hill room. Um, one double bed and one twin bed. 150 a night. The George S. Wright room, one a queen bed, overlooks the garden, 150. And yes, they do not speak of private baths. So,
Yeah, except for
and
in the
then
first couple, it mentions the adjoining bathroom, and then poof, no mention of a bathroom.
yeah,
So to me, that says like those ones have separate bathrooms, and the other rooms are smaller and like share a bathroom on the floor,
yes.
which
Um,
to be fair would be in line with the building of that time.
yep.
So
So then the Ann Ellis room is 145 a night. The Andrew man, and he's the one that built the building, is 140 a night. Now you would think because he built it, he would have a
yeah.
better room. The William Wallace Cook room is 150. Um, that's got white pine rockers in it, along
Mm,
with an iron bed. Um, and just let you know, breakfast is included, and breakfast is until 8:30 until 9:30 on weekdays, and 8:30 until 10:30 on the weekends. Cancellation, there's no cancellation fee if it's 1 week prior. And check-in desk is open at 3 Monday through Thursday, 3 to 8 Monday through Thursday, and 3 to 10 Friday and Saturday. Checkout is 11. And that's what we
incredible.
got.
Well, that does sound like a
So
very, I'm going to use it. The word quaint comes to mind
yes,
for this location.
yep,
Um, to be honest, the rooms on the first floor, they sound really nice.
they do.
The one even mentions having a clawfoot tub,
Yeah,
and I know that that's like a big thing for a lot of people.
yeah.
Me personally. Fuck no. No. All the way no.
Now, the house I grew up in, we had a clawfoot tub, but we did not know it until my mom renovated her bathroom because it was like boxed in. And my mom was shocked when she found out it was a clawfoot tub.
Why would you box in a clawfoot tub?
I don't know. That's how it was when we moved in, and when my like I said, when my mom redid the bathroom, and she had already had everything planned prior. They were gonna take the tub. She thought it was just a regular fucking tub. And she was like, "Can I keep it?" And they were like, "Yeah, no." She was pretty bummed.
Yeah, no, what?
Yeah.
I mean, was it like cracked or anything?
No.
I'd have been like, fuck you, it's my tub. It came with my
Yeah.
house. I'm keeping it. You don't
Yeah.
get to take it to wherever you want to take it to.
Yep. Yep. That was the whole thing. Um,
I mean,
but
don't get me wrong, like I like the aesthetic of the
mhm.
clawfoot tub. They look very pretty. However, my ass is not getting in it.
And well, and that's why my mom kind of got, because all we had growing up was a tub. We didn't have a shower. Well, there was a shower thing, but it wasn't connected. I don't know. It was a whole thing. I was young. I don't know specifics. All I know is we couldn't use a shower. And then my mom had the tub taken out to have a stand-up shower, just the shower, no tub put in.
Okay.
And that was because it was, she was getting a little older and it was kind of harder for her to step in and out of the tub.
Okay.
Um, um, and my brother, kind of a bigger guy, so it was a little difficult for him to get in and out of the tub. So my mom figured we're just gonna do a shower, and I'm like, yeah, you do all this good shit after I move out. Thanks. That's also when she
Okay.
got central air.
Um, so it kind of makes sense now why they wouldn't let her keep the tub because they wouldn't have been able to put the shower in.
Well,
Although if
she didn't want to keep it in the bathroom.
okay.
She Okay, my mom was one of these people that always looks through like the landscaping things,
I was gonna
and
say
like,
she can put in the yard and plant in it.
yes, she was going to use it as something in the yard. I don't know. She did this thing like with the shorter whiskey barrels
Hmm.
where sh there was a couple spots in the yard that I wouldn't say they were hills, but they were like raised up a little bit, like could have been hills. I don't. Um, and she wanted one of these whiskey barrels kind of like tipped over with the flowers spilling out of the dirt because that was like
Hmm.
huge in the mid 90s. Um, and she had it.
I forget what my mom used. I think it was a basket. Could have been a
Yep.
barrel. We
Yep.
had that too.
Yeah, just like the shorter. And she did have, I don't even remember what the fuck it was for, but like the full size whiskey barrels. Um, I think it was just yard decoration.
My mom's thing was milk cans. Not like the
My mom,
little ones, like I'm talking the big,
yes,
you
my
know.
mom had those too.
Yep. And but my
And
mom painted them and then like painted a thing on them. And
mhm,
then we had
umbrella
multiple
stand.
mm,
No, my mom
um
used hers as like an umbrella stand type
oh,
thing.
okay. Yeah, no, we had several.
Yeah, yeah, my mom did too.
Um,
My mom would hit all like the flea markets and things like that and get like the milk cans. And she only had like one or two of the whiskey barrels, but that I think was more of my stepdad thing. But yeah, my mom did the milk cans too.
yeah, she had made like wooden signs, to go in the yard that were cows. Um, to be fair, we had them for every holiday. Because it was a family affair. Like my grandpa would cut whatever shape needed to be cut out, like if it was a person, if it was, reindeer, Easter bunny, whatever. Grandpa cut it, sanded it, grandma and everybody else painted. So everybody
Mm,
had these at their house. But then like during the summer when it wasn't holiday and like she still had her cows. One year the cows disappeared. I don't believe we ever found them.
that's kind of funny. I mean, I'd be pissed.
It was a running joke for quite some time that her cows ran away. Um, and yeah, it was a whole thing. So mom will have to chime in the comments and let us know if she ever got her cows back and if, like what happened to them, if she remembers. Because I don't know, but yeah, I remember the cows disappearing and not being able to find them, and it was a running joke. But yeah, we had all that. We had, the basket barrel thing with the flowers spilling out. We had the milk cans all over the place.
Yep. Maybe it was just like that generation, like the milk. Oh, wagon wheels. Wagon wheels. Cannot forget the
Yep,
wagon wheels.
yep.
Yeah.
You always had to have like some on the ground and then some up on the top, and then they would come down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I think
remember.
we have just named a good 80% of the 90s yard cliches.
You forgot the pink flamingos.
Nope, my mom never had flamingos.
We didn't have flamingos, but there was a couple people in town that had flamingos. And then the gnomes. But I mean, the flamingos and the gnomes are still very big. But yeah, I
Yeah.
would say that hits all of them.
Now, see, my mom did ceramics when I was younger, and she did squirrels.
Okay.
And they had like the holes at the bottom, which my mom would attach, like put a nail sticking out and attach it to a tree so it looked like the squirrel was climbing up the tree. And she had them like placed, like she had like a little some bushes in front of the house, and they were kind of like spaced, excuse me, in between the bushes. Um, I want to say there was something else ceramic that she put back there that she in the yard that she had made herself. Excuse me. And I don't remember. All I know is if I drive by my mom's old house now, and if she could see the yard now, she would make me glue her ashes back together and go and whoop these people's ass.
That good.
Yeah. Yeah, she would say, "I'm a puzzle, put me together and let me go do my shit." She would be so, oh, my mom spent a lot of time making her yard look good. And the people that live there now live there for not very long. And
Not that
it looks
great.
it looks bad. It looks bad. So yeah.
Our backyard is currently a giant sand pit. Um, but that's because we had to have a new septic put in, and they tore up the yard.
Mm,
Backhoes will do that. But yeah, it's excessive. So I don't, and like it's dirt or not dirt, but it's like sand.
hmm.
It's not, like you can just plant grass.
Right.
Like black dirt has to be brought in and mixed with the sand in order
Hmm.
to be able to plant grass.
That sounds like a lot of no thank you for me. I'm not really a yard work kind of person. I have a couple little spots, like one on this side of my house and one in the back of the house that would make nice little garden spots. No. Now my neighbor across the street has come over and got the one on the one side of my house. And she did, I don't know how they're doing, but she did plant some lilac saplings back there.
Hmm.
I don't know if they made it or not.
Those
Um,
take a while.
yeah. Um, and I would like to say, oh, I'll go out and weed next weekend, but I won't. I won't. like I was forced to do yard work when I lived at home with my mom because that's what she did. And she had back issues, so her bending and sitting wasn't happening, so that was left to me. And I hated every fucking second of it. I'm not gonna lie, I hated it. I hated it, but I did it. Um, and I think therefore now I figure if someone else wants to do it, they're more than welcome to come. If someone else wants to use it and plant their own vegetables, that's fine too. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, I kind of can't wait to be able to plant my own vegetables and stuff again.
Yeah, every year I say I would like to, but I know me, I'm not gonna do it. I have no desire.
The couple of years prior to living on the boat, um, we had chickens, turkeys, ducks, and geese. And I had a little garden, and like it was just not, I had six plants, of each. And I think it was like 8 by 6 or something like that, where I could plant that way.
Hmm.
And like I did beans, peas, I tried corn, fucking deer. Um, and then I had peppers, tomatoes, and I forget what else. But yeah, it was fun. I liked it. And the neighbor planted some stuff too, but her stuff was different. And so we would swap.
Okay.
So it was a lot of fun. And then like I was working on like planting in the front and stuff, and she had been planting, and so we would swap flowers too. So then we each had some of each other's flowers so that we had more of a variety of each of our houses. And like we each had our setup different. So it was,
Hmm.
the same but different. It was really cool. We
Yeah.
we had good neighbors.
Yeah. And I would like, I mean, there's all different kinds of stuff I'd like to do in my yard, but I would pay someone to do it because I don't want to fucking do it. I would like some flowers or maybe even some small bushes or something, but that's just not my thing. That's it's whatever.
If it's small stuff I don't have to deal with, like I don't weed. I hate weeding.
See, that's me. I don't like the weeding. I would rather go out there with like one of them little claw things and till
Hmm.
it up and get it up that way. And it's a small space. That would be totally doable.
Right.
And that I would probably do. But to get down on like my hands and knees and do it that way, absolutely the fuck not. Nope.
See, and like what I would do is I would go and like I would sit and I would use the little hand tiller. And that's how I would weed. I
Mhm.
would just and then I would and throw them in a bucket.
Yeah.
So then it would only take
Um,
me like hour and a half to do the entire garden section.
yep.
So
I it was a couple years ago. There was like some overgrown stuff where I was like, can you please just go and cut it down for me? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then while I'm out there, I'm like, oh my God, this is more space than I thought. I could turn this into something. So I went and I got like the little claw thing and the little shovel and the gardening scissors. And I'm like, I'm gonna do this. Then I got out there and spent like 5 minutes and said, change my mind.
I understand.
It's just not me. You bring me a table and some shit that I can sand down to the bare wood and then paint. I'm your girl.
I understand.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think that's all we got for today. We'll get back with you on the day and time for a live.
Yep.
And like, I don't know, maybe we can post something on the page too of like a poll asking people what time they would prefer. And of course, it will still be on, I'll figure out how to make sure it goes to YouTube as like an episode so it can still be watched later by anyone who misses it.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I'll figure all that out. I got this. So until then, have a great week.
See you later.
Bye.